These are the tools that you will need to install a Gatekeepers swing gate. Your gate consists of three main parts: the hinge rail, the stop rail, and the panel of the gate. When starting, slide the panel of the gate into the hinge rail and position the gate into the opening. This will give you an idea of how the gate's going to fit. When attaching the hinge rail, locate the stud behind the wall. Then measure the height of the gate. Using a 3/8 inch countersink bit, pre-drill your holes into the hinge rail, starting at the top. It is a good rule of thumb to position your second hole 6 to 8 inches below the top hole. And this is because most of the weight of the gate is going to be supported by the top of the hinge rail. And then finally, pre-drill the bottom hole. Using a 1/8 inch drill bit, you will position your hinge rail and pre-drill the top hole. Using a square drive bit and a 2.5 or 3 inch screw, you will fasten the top screw into the hinge rail. Using a level, plumb the hinge rail so that your gate will be level. Then pre-drill the bottom hole using a 1/8 inch drill bit. Then inserting a 2.5 or 3 inch screw. Finally, you will pre-drill the last hole and insert the final screw. After the hinge rail is attached, go ahead and slide in the panel of the gate, and if properly fastened, your gate should be able to set in any position. That will tell you if your gate is plumb and level. Now, when determining the position of the stop rail, we will close the gate and measure the opening between the gate and the post, or in some cases the gate and the wall, and this measurement should be exactly 1 inch. Then determine the side that you will plane using a marker or a pencil, and it is always a good rule of thumb then to write the measurement that needs to be removed. Go ahead and mark the stop rail. Using a level or straight edge, draw a line on your stop rail to determine what is going to be removed. Go ahead and secure your stop rail into your workbench. Using an electric planer, we suggest that you use no more than a 1/64 inch cut. Make your adjustments, and when you are finished, make sure that you take a level cut on both ends. Apply stain to the back of the stop rail to match the decor of the house or business. When positioning the stop rail in place, you will want the stop rail and the top of the gate to be at the same level, and mark your positions. Using a 3/8 inch countersink bit, you will pre-drill your holes. Once you find your position, pre-drill with the 1/8 inch drill bit. Always make sure your pre-drill holes are deep enough. Using a 2 or 2.5 inch screw and your square drive bit, fasten the top of the stop rail. At that point, tighten the screws to the latch . And when you close the gate, there should be some movement. To position the bottom of the stop rail, close the gate, move the stop rail until it hits the bottom of the gate, and that will be your location. Pre-drill your hole. Using a 2 or 2.5 inch screw, you will fasten the bottom of the stop rail. When the gate closes, it should be a nice tight fit. In certain situations, you will need to use a spacer board to attach to a stud so that your gate will go straight across. You will first locate the stud using a stud finder. You will pre-drill the holes into your spacer board using a 3/8 inch countersink bit. You will attach that board with your screws and then attach the hinge rail onto the spacer board. In some instances, you will need to use a spacer block on a newel post, and you will attach the spacer block behind the hinge rail or stop rail and then to the newel post or tool wall. When completed, you should have a 1/8 to a 1/4 inch reveal from top to bottom when your gate is closed. And all gates are positioned 1 to 2 inches off the ground or floor.